Sophie Sierra's return to Los Angeles. New beginnings after green card victory and career wins. Sophie Sierra, known for her appearance on 90 Day, The Last Resort, has made headlines again with a major life update. She's officially moving back to Los Angeles. The news follows a wave of personal and professional developments for the reality star, including a significant green card milestone and major career achievements in the U.S. Sophie, who spent her childhood in Marbella, Spain, before relocating to the UK, first crossed paths with Warne from Los Angeles via Instagram. Their online romance turned real when Sophie visited him in California, eventually moving in, though she was far from impressed with his modest apartment, which notably lacked an indoor bathroom. Despite the rocky start, the couple tied the knot and relocated to Austin, Texas to begin married life. Their relationship hit a rough patch, and after Sophie walked out of Rob's apartment, fans wondered whether she would return to England. However, she continued living in Austin independently for nearly 2 years. Now, Sophie is turning the page and returning to a familiar city that holds both memories and potential, Los Angeles. She recently announced her move on Instagram by reposting a video featuring sweeping views of LA with the caption, "Moving back to my favorite place, so excited." Her excitement was clear, and it wasn't the first time she had visited since her split from Rob. Sophie had reportedly been flying back and forth from Texas to California for some time. What Sophie's move back to LA really means. Sophie's decision to relocate has sparked plenty of speculation, particularly around her past relationship with Rob. The two officially separated in May 2023, but fans have continued to follow their journey closely, especially after they appeared together on 90 Day, The Last Resort, to undergo couples therapy. During the therapy sessions, Sophie expressed serious doubts about the future of their marriage, citing emotional distance and recurring conflicts. At the same time, Rob appeared invested in salvaging the relationship, leading to a recommitment ceremony that left fans wondering if reconciliation was still on the table. Despite her initial decision not to continue the marriage, the tell-all special revealed a more complex reality. Rob and Sophie admitted they remained intimate even after their separation, suggesting lingering emotional ties. With Sophie now back in Los Angeles, it raises the question, is she reopening the door to her relationship with Rob? The green card breakthrough. Another major factor in Sophie's decision to stay in the U.S. long-term is her green card. She recently confirmed to fans that she had secured it, putting to rest concerns about whether she would need to return to the UK following her separation. Sophie had previously shared that her immigration status was a major worry during her split from Rob. A return to England seemed likely at one point, not just due to legal pressures, but because of her uncertainty about starting over in the U.S. without a partner. With her green card in hand, however, Sophie is now free to make decisions based on what she truly wants, and that appears to be a fresh chapter in Los Angeles. She also hinted that the only reason she would consider moving back to the UK would be if she decided to start a family someday. For now, though, she seems focused on building her life and career stateside. Career success in the U.S. Since moving to America, Sophie has seen significant growth in her career. She's built a strong presence on social media, leveraged brand partnerships, and explored opportunities in fashion and content creation. Her audience continues to grow, and she's embraced the role of influencer with confidence. Sophie's lifestyle content, beauty tutorials, and candid takes on relationships and self-growth have resonated with fans who appreciate her authenticity. It's clear that staying in the U.S. gives her more access to networking, business ventures, and overall visibility, something that may have been more limited had she returned to Europe. The Pedro Jimeno rumors. Adding another layer of intrigue to Sophie's story is her rumored involvement with Pedro Jimeno, the ex-husband of Chantel Everett. While neither Sophie nor Pedro publicly confirmed a relationship, social media sleuths noted that the two had posted photos from the same locations around the same time. Fans first caught wind of the potential romance when Sophie traveled to Atlanta to meet a mystery man who showered her with gifts and took her out for a lavish date. Not long after, the same man was spotted in Austin with Sophie, sparking more speculation. Despite the circumstantial evidence, Sophie and Pedro were careful to avoid tagging one another, and no public confirmation ever came. It's entirely possible that the two were exploring a friendship or a casual connection, but the buzz around their rumored romance brought both of them back into the spotlight. Ultimately, Sophie didn't move to Atlanta, a decision that suggests her connection with Pedro, if any, may not have been as serious as fans hoped. Pedro's real estate career is thriving in Georgia, and he's unlikely to relocate to California. Sophie, on the other hand, chose to return to Los Angeles, a city where she has more control over her professional destiny. Reconciliation with Rob, a real possibility? Given that both Rob and Sophie now live in Los Angeles again, many fans are asking if a reunion is on the horizon. Despite their turbulent history, their continued communication and lingering affection could pave the way for another shot at love. Their time on 90 Day, the last resort, showed that while they struggled with compatibility and communication, there was a genuine emotional connection beneath the tension. Sophie's recent moves suggest she's open to revisiting her past, not necessarily to repeat it, but perhaps to rebuild it on stronger footing. If nothing else, being in the same city makes it easier for them to reconnect and address unresolved feelings. Whether or not that leads to a romantic reunion remains to be seen, but fans are certainly keeping a close eye on any updates from the pair. Looking ahead, Sophie Sierra's journey from Marbella to Los Angeles has been anything but predictable. From Instagram romance to marriage, separation, personal growth, and career breakthroughs, she's navigated each phase with resilience and openness. Her decision to move back to LA signals a new chapter, one where she gets to define her life on her own terms. With her green card secure, her career blossoming, and potential romantic sparks still flickering, Sophie is clearly stepping into her power. Whether she reunites with Rob, finds love with someone new, or continues to build a solo empire, one thing is certain: Sophie Sierra is far from done making headlines.